'Cause I know we gonna fight, that's the way that I know that the love is gone. 'Cause I know we gonna fight, that's the way that I know that the love is gone. It takes so long to get back home. 'Cause I know we gonna Cause I know we gonna fight, that's the way that I know that the love is gone. Cause I know we gonna fight, that's the way that I know that the love is gone. It takes so long to get back home. Cause I know we gonna Cause I know we gonna fight, that's the way that I know that the love is gone. Cause I know we gonna fight, that's the way that I know that the love is gone. It takes so long to get back home. Cause I know we gonna fight, that's the way that I know that the love is gone. It takes so long to get back home. Cause I know we gonna fight, that's the way.
All right. Hold on. Let's get this right. Give me 1 second. The lighting was looking a little dingy, so we're going to go ahead and mitigate that right out of the gate. Very important, y'all. Very, very important. First things first. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me, because I'll get into it. It's always harder than what it seems. Y'all see the lighting looks nice, the background ambience, the candles are lit, but that's all just the fine touches. I had a shit ton of problems even getting my microphone to work, so I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try my damnedest to not touch this damn microphone. So let me know if the audio sounds all right. Does it need to come up a little bit? I can raise the volume if it needs to come down a little bit. Awesome. Joel is saying all good. Sounds good. Zimmerman is saying all good audio and visuals. So apparently StreamYard does 1080p now. So, or I don't know where I've been. So I haven't streamed. Shit, let's see how long it's been since I streamed. And shout out to the 6 people in here. And let's just see how long it's been since I streamed. Yeah, it's literally been 2 months since I streamed. So yeah, we'll get into all of that. First, let's kind of create a vibe. Let's see if I can get some music in here. And I'm going to try to keep the music not too loud either. So let me go ahead and see if I can get that going on first. Y'all bear with me. We'll be here for a second. Hold on. All right. I'm going to raise this lower than. All right. So I can still hear it. All right. So y'all can still hear the music. It's not too loud, right? The background music is not too loud, because every time, and I never mentioned this on stream, I'll catch portions of the live stream, of my own live stream, once it wraps up, just to kind of gauge, kind of critique myself to see if the audio came in good, if the background music was more of a distraction. If I get distracted from it, then I know y'all will as well. So nice and chill, exactly the vibe that I was going for tonight, y'all. So this is officially the 13th live stream that I've done so far. I know some people go live all the time, but you know, when I go live, I want to make it count. So that's what we're going to try to do today. I want to send a big shout out to Legio. He's the person that ultimately blessed me with this decant haul, hence the name of the video, the live stream, diving into subscriber sent decants. So we got a bunch of stuff to get through tonight. Yeah, I'll be sniffing everything, but yeah, let me know what y'all scent of the day is. I think Joel said scent of the day, John Paul Gaultier Ultra Malt. I'm not even going to hit mute the mic tonight because I don't want to mess anything up. So John Paul Gaultier, literally my first fragrance from them was in fact Ultra Malt. Has that bubble gummy sweetness. I absolutely love it. Some people call it juvenile. And as y'all would see by the thumbnail, what was sent to me was a bunch of stuff that's not juvenile. So I like to get into a little bit of everything. I personally don't find it to be juvenile. My wife absolutely loves it. I want to send a big shout out to Sven. I believe he was the first person that reached out in the chat. So hopefully he gets a chance to check this out, the replay, or maybe even tap in tonight, man. That'd be great. But obviously, man, I really do appreciate the love in that regards. My scent of the day was, so let me just get into my day. So I've been worn pretty damn thin, y'all. Y'all would not be able to tell by my boyishly good looks, but work's been kicking my ass. I love my family, obviously, but you have family obligations. Life doesn't end when you get out of work. In some instances, it just begins. So yeah, work has been ramping up for sure on me. So that is going to be the reason why you haven't seen me live streaming as much, but we're here right now. As it relates to today, man, I hibernated. There's an episode of Black Mirror where this husband's wife dies and he puts an implant in her brain or something like that, but she has to sleep like 12 hours a day. Man, I literally went into hibernation. I must have slept at least 10 hours. So kind of a late morning for me, which I don't feel guilty about even in the least, because every single day I wake up at 4:20 in the morning. So I wake up at 4:20 in the morning, I hit the gym, and I'm all natty, you know, I hit the gym right before work, and then, you know, I bring my ass to work. And for any of y'all homeowners, especially homeowners in Texas, y'all know as a homeowner, you have property taxes. Well, the appraisal district is what sets your market value, and then y'all protest your taxes. And I'm the person that they come to, and then we kind of go back and forth. We see if we can come to an agreement. It's kind of a formal situation. There's a panel of people, and you kind of got to give a shit ton of evidence. Mass appraisal is a complicated process, and millions of dollars are on the line here. I must have heard in the past 3 weeks almost $500 million worth of value. So it's high stakes, you know, because the swings are so large. But management has, you know, taken notice, which at this point, they're not paying me more. They're just giving me more fucking work. So it's been kind of a pain in the ass. But I enjoy the challenge. Big shout out to Zimmerman. What's good, bro? What's good? So yeah, I know y'all are here for the fragrances. And yes, we have fragrances. We will get into that. Have a bunch of stuff that we're going to be smelling. Mikey, you have the same humor you have. Well, I hope I'm the same exact person, you know, which is crazy because honestly, I always get a little bit nervous right before these live streams. Like, hand to God, like 5 minutes before, I'm like, man, I'm getting a little nervous. I gotta go take a piss. So I go take a piss, you know, shake off the rust, and then we hit live, and I'm here. You know, it's crazy because I'm forward facing, you know, in front of y'all right now, but I'm actually kind of only a selective extrovert. I'm kind of an introvert by nature, which is crazy because I decided to create a channel. But again, I created a channel so that I literally connect with y'all, whether it's 7 people in here or 700 people. That's literally the reason why I created a channel. was so that I could connect with people. So not to mention that when I would watch fragrance content, a lot of the reviewers, quite honestly, are shit. So and I'm not trying to be mean, but you know, you can watch a video, they're just hyping a fragrance, and you literally know nothing about the fragrance once they're done talking about it. If someone quizzed you, you wouldn't be able to tell one note that was in that damn fragrance. So that was another reason why I created a channel, because I wanted to convey to people the type of information that I would personally want if I was looking for a fragrance myself. And it's a bit informative. I know I do more of a deep dive. I tell myself to cut the videos down shorter, which I have a video coming out Monday, which is another reason why I wanted to live stream tonight, because it's been a couple weeks since I've uploaded, and you know, the algorithm doesn't look at you too nicely if you're not constantly uploading. So it made sense to go ahead and do a live stream tonight, and then Monday I'll drop a new video. I'm pretty stoked about this video. As many of y'all are aware, I do a lot of collaborations. So I think in terms of a channel, a smaller channel, I might have more collaborations than a lot of people. So big shout out to the OGs in this space that have been making fragrance content for a long time, because I'll be collaborating with Notes Punch, and he's been in this fragrance space for well over a decade. So I reached out to him a few months ago, and I was saying, hey man, you know, when the channel, when I'm ready for the channel to transition on over into summer fragrances, how would you feel about collaborating on something? He reached back, you know, he was saying, yeah, man, I want to do that. Let's go ahead and facilitate that. And so I got his number, and, you know, I made it a point to reach out, you know, hear each other's voice and have a real conversation, because again, that's what I value in this fragrance space, is actually connecting with people that share this very strange hobby that we have of collecting fragrances. So a big shout out to Jonathan. Really appreciate you, brother. I know not all my fragrances are necessarily per your taste. You have a way more refined nose than me. You've been doing into fragrances, I would imagine, for a lot longer. But nonetheless, man, I appreciate you tapping in and showing love, man. If you haven't had a chance to check out that Dior Dune review, man, I always feel weird when I'm like staring at the green dot in front of my laptop. It always feels so fake. That's why you don't see me make too much eye contact. Yeah, so if you haven't checked out that Dune review, by all means, feel free to check that one out. Personally, I think it's one of my better videos. It's edited, not edited too much to where it just, you know, takes away from the video. It didn't do very well, which I'm not surprised about. So it's not Rasasi Huaz. It's not a Middle Eastern, you know, clone, and it's not, you know, something at Macy's that you can just pick up right now. It's a discontinued fragrance from the late 90s, which personally, I've been getting more into discontinued fragrances, and I've realized as I've had more experience and got my nose on quite a different scent profiles, that the late 90s is that, you know, time period that I really enjoy. The fragrances are effortless to wear. They're not too challenging. You could technically wear them whenever you wanted. And Dior Dune really surprised me. I want to send a big shout out to Rich Mitch. He's the one that put that one on my radar. I mean, I had heard about it before, but I had never necessarily wanted to pick it up or smell it. And he recommended Cartier Roadster to me, and I picked it up. And man, if it isn't literally one of the best fragrances in my collection, it works perfect for Texas weather. So it was based off the strength of that I ended up wanting to get Dior Dune, and I'm super glad I did. I've knocked a hefty dent into that one already. So again, big shout out to Rich Mitch and Jonathan for that matter. Love that one. Nice, B. Jacquard Noir is my back in the day fragrance. Yeah, man. My back in the day fragrance, and even though again I have the boyishly good looks, I just turned 40 this year. So I was wearing whatever my dad wore. So my dad wore Calvin Klein Escape. He wore the original Polo Green. He wore Jupe, which even back then I never really liked Jupe. I can get down with Mont Blanc Individual, or Creed's Original Santal, but I can't get into Yoop like that. I know for some people they want you to say it properly, but I always knew it as Jupe, so I just called it Jupe. Then once I got into high school, I was wearing Aqua di Gio, and then Victoria's Secret's Very Sexy for Men. And then from there, I started wearing the original Armani Code, which that Giorgio Armani Code, that one was a beast back in the day, y'all. Yeah. Nah, Mike, I'm not a big shot like you. Just enjoy the hobby. Bro, I'm not a big shot, bro. By no means. By all accounts, my channel is an absolute failure. To be completely honest, man. I've had a channel for 3 years, and I have less than 2,000 subs. And that's coming from somebody that I don't want to sound, bro, it's going to sound so superficial and glib, but that's coming from somebody that honestly actually kind of does care about wanting to get views, because I mean, let's be honest, I spend time recording it. I edit the video to make the actual video I recorded look good before I even start editing. I throw it in the editor, I edit the video, put B-roll, I create a thumbnail that's trying to captivate people's attention. I try to do a title that captivates people's attention. I try to do a description that has keywords that YouTube's going to promote. I add the tags in there, all relative to the video in the target demo, and I still only get 300 views. So, I mean, I'm by nowhere a big shot, man. Sent some things that might be right up your alley. All right, so let's get into this. I started talking about work and how I was spread thin. So I do just want to point this out there that, I do commend the people that make fragrance content regularly. And that is because it's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice not only of your time, but it's a sacrifice of your resources as well. Now, like I stated, this channel doesn't pay my bills. So my obligation over everything is to my family, and work will always supersede my channel because that has a pension. YouTube doesn't have a pension. So having stated that, I do nonetheless feel super grateful, because I feel like people do still watch my channel, even though I don't upload as much as many of the other reviewers. And I will maintain that. I do maintain that any channel that kind of does fragrance content in the same manner that I do, that has 10,000 or less, I really genuinely feel that I'm one of the more unbiased reviewers out there. I try to be as honest and unbiased in every single one of my videos. I'm also one of the most accessible people. I'm just a regular person like the rest of y'all. And I tap in with my subscribers. I do a giveaway almost every single video. And many people can attest to that. My giveaways aren't fake. And hell, I'll even go a step farther. I might be one of the more unbiased reviewers, even with some people over 10,000, because let's keep it a buck. There's a ton of people that are buying subscribers and buying views. And I know that. And I know that for a fact, because you'll see people with 25,000 subs and they only have 150, 200 views. There's no way you can have 30,000 subscribers and only be getting 200 views on your channel. So I'll upload once every 3 weeks and I'll get at least 300 to 1,000, which is still shit. But I'm making content that's authentic. I'm paying for everything out of my own pocket or out of me and my wife's joint account, because a lot of times she buys me the stuff that I'm too frugal to buy myself. And by the way, I'm going to put y'all on hold real quick because I want to send George a shout out real quick. Hold on. All right. So some of y'all may be aware that I've been trying to build up my amber collection. So while y'all are in summer, I'm already in fall. I've been on an amber kick, and at this point, I'm pretty much good. I feel like I'm gonna be able to present a stellar top 10 amber forward fragrance video come fall. And I say all that because Father's Day was recently, obviously. And my wife, she taps into my Fragrantica, and she, just kind of picks up what was on my radar. And I've been wanting Zaharoff Tabak for a while. I had a 10 mil. I ran through it, but I hadn't purchased the fragrance. So my wife, obviously, she's not a fragrance connoisseur. And I opened up my Father's Day present, and it's leather tobacco, which is by all accounts a great fragrance, but tobacco just hits differently for me personally. So she reached out to George, and she said, "Hey, this is Mike, iSMELL's wife. I fumbled the order. What can I need to what can I can send this back, or how do we facilitate this?" And George, salt to the earth, he's a mensch. He said, "No worries, send it back. I'm gonna upgrade him to the larger bottle of tobacco." And again, some of y'all might not think of this as an amber fragrance, but just look at the notes. It's a tobacco fragrance, obviously, but there are a lot of amber forward notes in this fragrance, especially as it dries down. He upgraded me to the super big boy large bottle, but then he took it a step further, y'all. And again, he didn't send it for free. We bought the fragrance, but he did send us something for free, but not me. He's really salt to the earth. He sent my wife the new signature by Zahn. And let me tell y'all, I'm going to have to review this one. It smells really good. I would not wear it. It's very feminine. Very feminine in my opinion, but it is very, very good. So again, big shout out to George. Salt to the earth. Salt to the earth. So, all right. So let's kind of get into, and I didn't read the actual, you do quality over quantity. And that lines up with a lot of viewers and what we want out of content and fragrance. Exactly. I would prefer quality over quantity myself. I do realize people don't have the attention span to watch, a 30-minute video. So I've been trying to trim it down, but it isn't, at the end of the day, important that I convey information that is relevant to the video itself, not just telling y'all that it's a panty dropper, that you're going to get tons of compliments. Because let's be honest, in my personal life, the only people that ultimately end up giving me compliments are my wife and then a bunch of dudes at work that want me to not gatekeep my fragrance and tell them what I'm wearing, which I don't necessarily gatekeep. But all right, I've been at this 23 minutes. I can ramble. I was, I was a bit excited to get on live and kind of connect with y'all as it's been a while, especially with the live streams. And I wasn't even sure I was going to go live because my microphone was tripping. So I think I'm going to have to buy a new microphone or get a new laptop. Something. My favorite amber fragrance, Oresque Soul Batik. Yeah, there's some great ones out there. There are some great ones out there, and I could pick up more. I really want the Palad. I think it's called Palindrome, but it's kind of hard to find a bottle. That's one of the ones that I wanted that I ultimately didn't pick up, and then. I just picked up Grand Soir. I just picked up Grand Soir at a very good price. So I'm very happy about that. It was between, for me, Grand Soir and then the Dolce & Gabbana Amber, I think it's called Amber Sun or Velvet Sun. And I could have purchased that one for like 110, but I ultimately went for the Grand Soir, and I'm cutting myself off. Fragrance addiction's a real thing. So I don't know if it's like a great thing to spend, $100 every week on fragrances. So limits it to about 1 or 2 a month. So I've hit my quota for the month. So yeah. All right. ADD, y'all. So let me go ahead and talk about the topic of today's video. So about a month ago, I did a review, a standalone review. Yes, people still do those. People still do standalone reviews. For a discontinued fragrance from a kind of obscure house kind of obscure house. It's I guess a subsidiary to, or used to be, to Hugo Boss, now discontinued. This one was from Baldessarini. I did a review on Ultimate. And that's relative because very good fragrance, by the way. If you haven't checked that one out, very good fragrance. It's relative because I did a giveaway. As I stated, I do a lot of giveaways in my videos. The subscriber that won reached out to me on Instagram, sent him the fragrance, and he absolutely loved it. Not only did he love the fragrance, but for those of y'all that have won my giveaways, y'all know I go above and beyond in my giveaways. Everything's packaged nicely. My wife literally wraps it up in ribbon and a bow. It goes in its own little box that looks real nice. I leave a personalized note. Again, shout out to George. He's the one that put me on to doing something like that, going that extra step. George went early on when he started making these fragrances. When he didn't have so many orders to fulfill, he would leave a personalized note in every single one of his orders. And so that's what I do now with my giveaways. I send a personalized note that says, thank you for the continued support, something to that degree. And he was so impressed that he reached out and he said, hey, man, I was blown away. Can I send you some stuff? And I said, sure, man. And then I told him, I was like, I'm not going to smell anything. I'll do a live stream and we can talk about it. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. That's what we're going to do tonight. Yep. Big shout out, bro. Been loving the decant, getting lots of wear, and even got a compliment. And definitely the packaging was awesome, man. Thank you. Yeah, and it's just my way of, being genuine and telling people, thank you for the support. I literally don't have a channel without, the subscribers. So it is important that I convey that to people. So he is the reason for the season that I'm here. And I told him I wouldn't put his name out there or anything. So I won't dox you. No worries there. He sent it to me very carefully. It says literally fragile on the box. Big old box. I knew he was about to send me a grip of stuff. So, and then from there, it was like a package within a package. He put it in the package that I had originally sent him. So that's what we're gonna talk about tonight. I'll just kind of briefly tell y'all everything that's in the package. I will say, brother, one of the decants looks like it was leaking a little bit. You could definitely smell it in the Ziploc that everything was in, but the labeling is still fine, so I was still able to kind of make out what everything was. So I'll kind of run through everything that was in the box. And listen, y'all, I'm a dumb American, and on top of that, I'm a Texan. So excuse my French, but fuck you if I don't say the words right. I don't know how to say it in the fancy way. I'm just messing with y'all. Y'all don't be sensitive, right? All right, so the first one, and I think what he ultimately did, yeah, man, shit happened, bro. It's not the end of the deal. None of these decants came empty and nothing was broken. So yeah, bro, it is what it is, man. So my guess is that the Baldessarini, it doesn't wear a new fragrance. It wears, the second I start messing around with Fragrantica on my other screen, it starts freezing. So I'm going to have to be very careful navigating through that tonight. So let me just close that window. See how it automatically just kind of started not lagging. So the Baldessarini is kind of and it's like a second cousin. Doesn't smell like it, but it's not a juvenile fragrance. Smells a bit like Creed's Viking, I guess you could say, or Terre de Hermes, something like that. It doesn't smell the same, but if I had a gun to my head and tell y'all what it kind of resembles in terms of the scent profile. So my guess is that he decided to send me a bunch of stuff that, he thinks I would like. That would be in that same wheelhouse. So What he ultimately sent me was Givenchy Monsieur. He sent me the Serge Lotan Santal Majuscule. He sent me a bunch of stuff from Healy, which again, I haven't smelled any of these fragrances, y'all. So if I butcher how these smell, you know, sue me. He sent me Queer Cuba Intense from Nikolai. He sent me Eau Sacré from Healy. Bro, he sent me a bunch of stuff. He sent me Mint Fraiche from Healy, which that's the one I'm excited to smell because I love mint. He sent me Cartier Declaration, which I will admit I have smelt before. And then he sent me a vintage Paloma Picasso. So I have no reference point as to that one. And I don't know, maybe y'all can chime in as to whether the vintage version of this one is better. Again, the name of it is Paloma Picasso. I've never even heard of that one. And then he sent me Nikolai New York Intense. I might smell that one first. I like the name of that one. And then the last one he sent me. Oh, Joel knows about that one. Yeah. You know, as you progress along in your fragrance journey, you start to realize what notes you really, really enjoy. And ginger is one that I'm real high on, if done right. Mint, another one, if done right. It just adds so much to a fragrance. I like when mint is used to give it like this refreshing scent accord that can be worn in really hot weather. And it's used in substitution of a bunch of citrus. So mint fresh is real nice too. Okay, man, y'all are selling me on that one. I'll smell that one first. And I did get some scent strips. And Talagio, man, if you have anyone that you want me to smell first, if y'all have anyone that y'all want me to smell first, y'all let me know. I think I'm going to smell that mint one first. Because if I end up butchering how it smells, at least I know it has mint in it. So I have some scent strips. I did take a shower prior to the stream, so I may spray some stuff on me. We're about 30 minutes in, so I guess, you know, we'll get into what we were here to do, and that's talk about some fragrances. I'm going to go ahead and change this background a little bit because, I mean, I get bored easy, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm not feeling that one. I'm not feeling that one. We'll go with this one. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling. Yeah, go for that mint fresh. Yeah, go for that mint fresh. That's what I'll do, bro. And again, man, I appreciate, like I said, whether there's 8 people or 800, I'm not the biggest channel. You see people with thousands and thousands and thousands of subs, dead subs or bots because they don't pull many people in their live streams. And again, man, I really do salute the people that do it all the time. Big shout out to Joey Cannoli. He's probably one of the only people, and I know he doesn't always do fragrance live streams, but he's still an OG in this space. I can't think of too many people that are doing live streams regularly like that. Bro, I got drunk the other night and ended up singing karaoke on his channel. And then my microphone died. And then it stopped working after that. And I spent about an hour and a half prior to the stream trying to get that one going. So yeah, we'll spray that. Let me get a pen because I want to be able to revisit the the dry down. All right. So we're gonna smell that mint fresh, and the pen would not work. And again, y'all, I've been hitting the gym like crazy, bro. I'm starting to see real progress. And that's just fucking protein and creatine, y'all. All natty, bro. All natty, hand to God. All right, so we're gonna smell that mint fresh, but it does feel good, man. Because for those of y'all that know me, y'all know that I got hit by a truck a year ago. I got hit by a freaking GMC Sierra. Broke my leg basically in 3 places. That's a bit much, Mike. Come on, settle down, bro. I broke my leg in 1 place, but I tore my meniscus and ACL. So I was out of the gym. I know, I probably could have still went to the gym and worked upper body, but bro, I couldn't even walk for like 6 months. So it feels good now that my body's pretty much healed. And I can do legs, I can do squats, I can, work the full range and be at the gym. And now it's summer and I have been putting in the work consistently for about a year and a half. I need to like do a little bit more like sit-ups and core and stuff. But I mean, I'm married, bro. I'm married. I'm not too worried about all that. More cushion for the pushing. All right, so let's spray that mint fresh. Hey, appreciate that, bro. Yeah, that's literally all I did today. I just went to the gym today. Like I said, I hibernated and then went to the gym. I needed sleep, man. It was well overdue. Yeah, bro. Leg recoveries are never easy. Maybe I'll like show y'all a picture one day. As Conor McGregor said, my leg was a balloon. Yeah, it was, bro. My knee was like the size of my thigh. Like it swell up. I was doing physical therapy forever. Why you following me? Damn, I should have reached out to Boz. My bad, Boz. I am glad I made Joel a moderator, because Joel really is one of the, big supporters of everybody, of every content creator that makes live streams. I mean, he's a creator himself too. I see his posts on IG. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. Right in my wheelhouse. Damn, I am a dumb Texan. Right in my wheelhouse. So I'm going to try to explain it before, I cop a plea and make my way to Fragrantica. But in order to streamline this, I will check Fragrantica eventually. All right, so this one it opens up very minty. Just slightly on the synthetic toothpastey side, just a little bit, but it's not overdone, but it's definitely minty. It's not like peppermint. It's like mint, something that you would have smelt before. It's nice and cool. It's like a lime green. That's the color that comes to mind. Yeah, it's a bit limey almost. Limey, green, mentholated. Very top note heavy. Very top note heavy. Bro, I'm so glad that you got a chance to actually be here to watch me do this live, man. I've been sitting on these decants for so long, and I've been wanting to smell them for so long, bro. Oh, yeah? And that's the case with most fragrances, man. Yeah, so I do like the note of mint. I'll spray this one on me. I'll probably take my watch off so that I can spray different parts of my... Yeah, see, Jonathan, you're a pro. The way you said presents much nicer on skin. I don't know if I would have used that, like, said it that way. I'm gonna take that and act like it was mine. Presents much nicer on the skin. That's the right way to put it. Oh, it does. Bro, it absolutely does, because when you spray it on the scent strip, it's very top note heavy, but then when you have it on your skin, the warmth, obviously the body heat, it gives it something of a base without being a base heavy fragrance. Evolves. What I like to say is, I feel fancy when I say it in my videos, transitions through and into the mid. Oh yeah, this is very good, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and look this one up. Man, I wish I could present it on the screen, man. My laptop is going to, maybe I'll just make it full screen and then just talk. My MacBook that I'm using is like about 12 years old. Yep. Hey, I wasn't that far off. So let me go to present and then go to share screen. Let me see if it makes any difference if I share the whole window. I don't know if I'm doing this wrong, y'all. We'll see. All right, so this one, green, aromatic, fresh, spicy, citrus. I did not say floral, and I didn't pick up on a ton of woods either. It is aromatic, fresh, spicy, green, and aromatic. And with the little citrus. I said lime. I don't know what kind of, but it's not overly floral. If I was to pick a floral note, I don't know which one. It's not like rose. Bro, my laptop is absolutely ass, bro. Okay, I said lime. Green tea. Freesia. Freesia makes sense. Because it's fresh. It's not super powdery. It's not like floral powdery. Freesia has a way of like freshening things up. And I think I said herbal. I might have said herbal. I was definitely getting green. But it makes sense because the green tea note. This is a very great fragrance, y'all. Absolutely. Do y'all know what the price point on this one is? In cedar? It's a nice, clean, woody cedar. It's not an overly complex fragrance. Oh, okay. So you can get 50 mil for $100? Yeah, man. I might start looking this one up. I love green fragrances. I wonder who perfumes for Healy. They don't list perfumers. Yeah, I'm not the greatest at describing shit either. You're not alone. Yeah. I mean, there's only so many ways you can say something smells fresh or aromatic. I read this. I think it was on, I don't know if it was on Base Notes or if it was on Fragrantica or whether it was just like a vlog. And there was a perfumer from Paris, and she was saying, or a chemist or something like that, and she was saying that the fragrance community specifically is butchering things because we overuse the word fresh when we should be using other words to describe the fragrance, that not everything should be deemed as fresh. So yeah, $98. That's not too bad. I can't imagine this one's going to last that long, though. It's sitting pretty close. Comme des garçons. Isn't this a Guerlain or a Guerlain? Yeah, that's a Guerlain. Yeah. So on that note, what I'm going to do is just take away from the screen. I'm going to remove that. That way it puts me back on and it stops glitching. Effectively, it stops glitching the screen. So I should be able to, yeah, I think it's a little bit better now. Yeah, I don't know who the perfumer is on this one. Hey, and big shout out. There's still 8 people here, so obviously I'm not boring y'all to death. Yeah, that one's a good one. I would give that one a solid. Shit, man, I would give that one a solid 7.5, 8. I would give it a solid 7.5, 8. And I wrote down on the. Yeah, it does present better on the. It's coming off a bit more floral, and hence the word like fresh or floral on my skin. So that one's good. That one's good. And if it's a dud, I'm gonna tell y'all it's a dud. And it's obviously, you know, it's a subjective opinion. I'm not a master perfumer, so I don't want to shit on a fragrance. It's just my personal taste. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. I'm not gonna, even though I got all these decants for free and they were gifted to me, brother, you better believe that I'm gonna be honest if it's not for my taste. All right, so maybe y'all can chime in the chat. Here's a description. I'm expecting duds. Here's a description. Just smelled precious liquid, aqua oud. It smells like a general store I went to once. They kept horses in the back and rabbits inside. It smelled like they just mopped the floors. Yeah, so I guess you would say smells like animalic, right? Yeah, it smells like shit. I guess you could say like a dollar store. Yeah, it smells like shit. All right, so which one do y'all want? And what's up, Rick? Rick's been making like actual fragrance content now for a while. I've been watching a few of his reviews. Monday, Rick, I'm gonna be featuring that Aqua Sexitus from Jules Mad in my Monday video, which is ironic because Ross, he did a short today, or I saw it today. I think he posted it yesterday, and he was talking about a great niche fragrance for summer, and he had showed Aqua Sexitus, which is one of my favorite aquatics that I've picked up in recent memory. Like, we're inundated with a ton of aquatic fragrances, and 9 times out of 10 they always smell the same. Man, it just hits differently. The opening is absolutely stunning on it, absolutely stunning. And it just feels like there's not too much development, but it just feels like the opening just stays. That's what you get in the opening. But it just, like, man, it's good. If you like Fig, whatever that trash was that Dolce & Gabbana released, that where they were talking about Fig, throw that shit in the trash. Aqua Sexitus is where it's at. Dior Dune is where it's at. I can get down with that. The Jean Paul Gaultier, I'll take it in a bind. It's gonna get you compliments. I'm not gonna be a hater because, you know, let's be honest. I'm not a niche snob. I'm not just pumping Middle Eastern fragrances that, you know, somebody sent me. I'm not just talking about, you know, panty droppers or whatever that you can get from Macy's or whatever. I'm talking about a little bit of everything. Talk about the discontinued stuff, the popular stuff, the mainstream stuff. I will talk Middle Easterns. I'll talk niche, designer, whatever. So if it smells good and I like it, I like it. Let me actually close this screen because it's like legitimately tripping. The second I close that screen, it's perfect. So yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. All right, so which one do you want? Excuse me. And again, I had problems with the microphone, so I can't mute. All right, so which one do y'all want me to smell next? I'm inclined to smell the that New York Intense one. I think that's what it's called. New York Intense. That's the one I want to smell, but let's go with the Serge Laton Monsieur Givenchy. I'm not gonna go with another Healy. All right, so which one, y'all? The Penhaligon's Lothair or the Nicolai New York Intense? That's gonna be the next two. Which one? And I'll show Taligio what I meant. Like some of the I think something had to have leaked, man, because you see it kind of faded a little bit. I mean, it's not the end of the world, man. I appreciate that you sent me these fragrances, especially now that I know that, you know, the price point on these ain't the cheapest, you know. He didn't send me, you know, Al Haramain Aqua Dubai. All right, so I'll smell the New York joint. And this is where it's going to get a little bit, harder for me, obviously, because I presume I've never smelled anything from the house. And he had just asked what I smelled and what I didn't smell. And when he listed off some stuff off the top of his head, I was like, man, I haven't smelled this. I haven't smelled that. So he just kind of sent me a hodgepodge of stuff. All right, so I'm going to write on this one, Nikolai, New York Intense. And let me change the music, because it's been kind of the same music's kind of been playing. I can mitigate that. All right, and I turned it down just a little bit. All right, like I said, it's a Creed fragrance smell. And what does that mean? Because Creed is kind of known for, I guess Creed is known for a lot of things. Lying about their history is one. But also kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm tripping, but Creed kind of reminds me a little bit of like a niche clone house, right? I mean, Green Irish Tweed, and correct me if I'm wrong, didn't it come out after Cool Water? Didn't Original Santal come out after Jupe? Didn't Original Vetiver come out after whatever Neroli fragrance, 4711, or what other fragrance, Neroli fragrance, might Mugler come together? I'm not sure. I could be tripping. All right, let's go ahead and spray this one. By the color of the juice, I'm inclined to say it's not like too dark of a fragrance, but New York is cold, so. Oh yeah, this one's masculine. Yep, this one's masculine. This is not gonna be for someone super young. Where did I buy the Aqua Sexitus? Brother, if I had to guess, I would say Macari. That's where I buy about. No, I didn't. I could tell you where. Give me just 1 second, because someone sent me an Instagram message telling me where it was at. Hold on, I'll tell you in just a second. Who was it? Olfactory Factory LLC. Olfactory Factory LLC.com. It's now sold out. When I bought it, it wasn't sold out though. But yeah, $69. So I spent $69 on it plus shipping. So it wasn't that bad. And I'm not a raging narcissist for having my live stream playing. It's so that I could, if I want to leave comments in the chat, I can just use my phone. So, okay. Yeah, this one's my speed, bro. This one has, yes, it's very herbal. And I have, I don't have Creed's Bois de Portugal, but I have Lalique Pour Homme, which I featured in my spring list. I did a collaboration with somebody on a, cheaper fragrances for spring, and I featured Lalique Pour Homme, which is, in my opinion, one of the best entry-level fougères money can buy. For $25, bro, you're going to be hard-pressed to find something better. Yeah, this is very good, y'all. It has like this persistent orange note or something in the front. So with like Lalique Pour Homme and Bois de Portugal, I feel like the herbal notes are in the front and the citrus is playing more of a secondary role. But on this one, there is a persistent like lemony vibe I get in the front. And then the herbs are right behind it though. It's definitely like lemony and then herbs. And then I smell something woody, obviously. It's a pretty strong wood. It might even be a combination of woods, and we'll find out here in a second. I would not be surprised if it was sandalwood. It smells just slightly powdery. And then again, I'm terrible when it comes to florals and identifying as to which florals are specifically in there. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like jasmine or hedione or something to that degree. This one presents. All right. So y'all convinced me. I'll spray this one on my skin too. I like this one. Again, I have Lalique Pour Homme. I've knocked it's about quarter way through in my bottle. My wife doesn't like these type of fragrances. She says I smell like, an old man, like a church type stuff. Like, yeah, she said old man fragrances is what she says, but I like them. This is like something that I would wear to work. It's professional. It's put together. Smells like somebody, with a good credit score. Yeah. Very, very good, y'all. Wow. Thank you so much, brother. These are really good. Yeah. Boy de Portugal is superior in every way. And I guess if I was just to kind of put it in a genre, Boy de Portugal, and honest to God, I don't think it's that close either. But I did smell, I bought it off of the strength initially, and I've had Lalique Pour Homme now for about 2.5 years, and I bought it off the strength that people were telling me it was a Creed Boy de Portugal clone, which it's not, but it does kind of take styling points. And I forget the perfumer's name, but the same guy that made that is also, or Lalique Pour Homme is going to be the same perfumer that made Rojas Man, and made Nautica Voyage. Forget the other ones. He made something for MFK, I do believe, as well. I could be wrong, but I don't know if it's MFK. This one's good. I'm gonna pull up the Fragrantica, y'all, on this one. Give me just a second. Let me look this one up. I didn't write the name of it down. New York Intense. Oh, I didn't spray it on my hand. Let me go ahead and do that. Yeah, it smells very like, I get the lemon right up in the front, right in the opening. New York Intense, Nicolas, Parfumeur, Creator. All right, it's going to start getting a little bit laggy again, y'all. Present. Share screen. All right. New York Intense. Aromatic, citrusy. Oh, lavender. Yeah, I smelled something kind of powdery. That makes sense. That makes sense, actually. It's aromatic for sure. Bro, my laptop is tripping so hard. I hate this so much. 4.29 out of 5, which isn't saying much because people, they do throw a lot of hate. Clove. I guess I pick up a little clove. Ideal for classic masculine. Yeah, it smells like a classic masculine men's fragrance. Chamomile. It's a little bit resinous in the base. Yeah, so that's what I smelled up in the front. So again, I'm not the most seasoned nose, but what I see how my computer's still going and I'm not even touching the damn thing. Yeah, bro, my shit's haunted right now. Okay, so yeah, that's what I smelled up at the front. I smelled lemon. I smelled lemon specifically in the front. I smelled herbs, but based off of that, I would have thought there would have been more herbs like rosemary and things like that. I guess it's the Artemisia and the lavender giving that effect. Fragrances do present so much better on this on the skin. So I don't know. So the base notes are kind of eluding me. So you do smell something like warm. I wouldn't say completely resinous, but it does have a little bit of density in the base of the fragrance. Not overly smoky. What is Styrax? What does Styrax smell like? I'm not, bro. That's so crazy how my laptop's just like moving up and down. Looks like it finally halted. What do y'all know what Styrax is? I have no clue as to what Styrax is. Yeah, no, this one's a good one, y'all. This one's a good one. Let's see here. What are they? Oh, it's $200. Wow, thank you so much, man. This one's not cheap. It doesn't smell cheap. Not by any stretch. And yeah, I would say it's on par with what a Creed would offer. And Creed's actually more expensive, so yeah, that might be a good alternative. I can't with this. I'm getting so triggered right now, bro. Someone said, I love this fragrance so much. Okay, yeah. Okay, Lalique Pour Homme is in this one. And so is Creed's Bois de Portugal. So, and like Jonathan said, more people said it didn't smell like it. So, yeah, take that for what it's worth. Whereas, more than double of the amount of people said it smelled like Creed's Bois de Portugal, which you're right, Joel. You're right. Creed's Bois de Portugal, right on the money. Ooh, that mint one is still kicking, y'all. If you want a fragrance that is literally mint, that's all for all the mint lovers out there. Yeah, that one's a good. So over the course of a few hours, the base will come out more clearly. To me, Styrax is like tar or dark leather. Okay, so it's like dark, sappy tar. Or dark leather, yeah. I could see that nuance, yeah. And again, at the end of the day, these are aroma chemicals, y'all. So when we're saying it smells like lemon, grapefruit, orange, and tangerine, we're not talking about smoothies here, y'all. So yeah, man, it's kind of amazing what these perfumers can do, though. Yeah, I like that one a lot, man. I like that one a lot. Thank you so much. So that one's going to get some wear. I'm going to wear that one to work next week. If it's like super hot. So Texas gets like ungodly hot, y'all. So I probably wouldn't want to wear it if I was just outside. But yeah, I wouldn't wear it if I was just outside. But inside, climate controlled. Is that actually dried crystallized shit? Is this true? I'm looking this up. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. It's an animal. Small, stout, thick-set herbivores, mammals. So basically, my ex-girlfriend. Tonka benzoin, yeah, sap, resinous, tonka benzoin. So it's like amber, effectively, right? It's good. It's like, and again, my tolerance for animalic fragrances, I'm not there yet. I'll just be completely honest, Jonathan. I don't think I'll ever, and this may be haram, but I don't think I would ever. I could appreciate what fragrances like Koros do. I know you had mentioned one that was like, if I recall in your video, you had mentioned that Koros, what was released to the public, wasn't supposed to be what people now know as Koros. It was supposed to be actually a quote unquote fresher version, a like more tolerable version. But I don't have a huge tolerance for animalic fragrances, so To me, this comes off just slightly animalic, but it's not unbearable. The picture of this Hyrax that it pulled up when you look up the animal looks like a mixture of like a rat and like a seal. Yeah. All right, y'all. So I can't be here all night. So let's go ahead and go to this next one. All right, so this vintage Paloma Picasso has my attention. I want to check this one out. I have literally, like I said, no idea what it's going to smell like. And again, I'm not spraying these on me, especially at first, because if I don't like it, then Paloma Picasso. Hey, and big shout out to the 9 people that are still here. I know, people have been hopping in, hopping out, hopping back in. So again, I appreciate it. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 fragrances to get through. So, we got we got a minute. I should probably speed this up out of respect to everybody. But, he said 1 spray if you can. 1 spray on this one if you can. So even on the scent strip, or just if I spray the scent strip? So just if I spray my skin, or even on the scent strip? I guess I'll just spray it once either way and kind of go from there. So the juice is, it looks like someone didn't drink enough water, took a piss. All right. And I obviously know, what the bottles look like, what the bottle looks like for this one, because I had to create the thumbnail. So inherently, I pulled the fragrances out, and all the names that kind of looked, interesting to me, those are the ones that I added to the thumbnail. It had an interesting looking bottle. It's like a oval black bottle with like the juice in the middle. Kind of look like Mercedes-Benz Club Black in a way. All right, just sprayed it once. So this is a less is more type fragrance. Breadstick and a jean jacket. Yeah, bro. Shout out to the gym, bro. Shout out to the gym bros. They're like, this. If this dude doesn't stop flexing in front of the fucking camera. All right. This is not that bad. Oh, it's got a little bit. It smells, honestly, like just, it's unisex, leaning slightly feminine on this one. It's not too bad, man. I'm gonna spray this one again. I was expecting something like way stronger and more pungent, but I'm gonna spray this one again, bro. Yeah, in the air, man, it smells like a fragrance definitely set in a different time period. Oh yeah, it hit my nostrils this time. Yeah, this one's a little bit stronger, bro. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit stronger. This one's got a little bit of stank in it too. Yeah, I'm not in love with this one, bro. I'll be honest. It smells old. Like, it smells like this is definitely an 80s fragrance. There is something sweet in there. The animalic note is kind of dying down. It smells floral. Not overly sweet in the sense that we would traditionally see it as. I think the sweetness that I'm smelling is actually more florals. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a heavy floral fragrance. I forgot I did that now. I know why somebody posted loaves of bread in the comments. Bro, I haven't watched Chaos in so long. Like, when I first got into the fragrance community, obviously those are the type of people that are going to pop up in your feed. YouTube definitely pushed Chaos heavy back in the day. He used to make videos outside, and they were, I thought they were all right, but then, you kind of, it seems like, you know, there's a certain group, and maybe they're just pushing viewers, but it would seem like their tastes never evolve. Like they seem stuck on just wearing whatever is in Macy's and Dillard's. Yeah, bro, I don't know if I would wear this one. I'm just being. What is that you're smelling right now? So, oh, no problems, Jonathan. I'm spraying a fragrance that I never heard about before. It's a vintage bottle of Paloma Picasso. So yeah, it's like I stated, smells like it's from the 80s. It smells sweet, but not like citrusy sweet. I'm thinking there's florals in there. It opens up very strong and pungent, slightly animalic. I'm going to pull up the notes on this one. Yeah, I'm not in love with this one, brother. I appreciate that you sent it to me, but yeah, I'm going to have to pick a day where I'm like just kind of running around by myself. In terms of when I would wear it, I don't think I would wear it in the summer. I would wear this one in the fall and winter. It's a bit, I don't know if the right word is, it's heady. It's kind of got some volume to it. It smells like back in the day when they needed something stronger than the gallon of hairspray that they put in their hair. All right, let's look this one up. All right, Paloma Picasso. The bottle looked cool though, so I ended up adding it onto the thumbnail. Gotcha, I think I have that. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't have like, so in terms of like, you know, people that make fragrance content, and again, I'm a broken record when I say this. The reason I did it, obviously, so I could, you know, connect with people, and I felt like I could convey the information a bit better than other people. I started my channel when I think I had I might have had less than 40 fragrances, and now I'm about 220, and that's in a span of three and a half years, and I hope it doesn't continue to trend that way, because I can't imagine extrapolating that and being at, you know, 1,000 fragrances. I barely have space for the ones I have now. That would be cool if I had, you know, a shelf of some fragrances that I could have behind me, so, you know, people kind of got to see what I actually had on my shelf. All right, so I'm gonna pull this one up, y'all, so y'all can see what it looks like. Share screen. We're gonna grow. Oh, let me. One of them says Hyrax Animal or a Paloma Picasso. All right, big shout out to the 10 people here. I'm pulling up Paloma Picasso. Let me send it to the full screen if possible. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that, y'all. Amateur hour over here. Amateur hour over here, y'all. Sorry about that. All right, Paloma Picasso. Oh, so it's primarily marketed, or was marketed, for women. Is this one even still in is this one still even in production? It's not bad. It settles quick. The opening is very strong. And again, man, just because I say it's a dud doesn't mean it's a dud. I'm a literal nobody, so it's just not for me. And it could possibly be one of those type of fragrances that a year and a half from now, I tell myself, damn, bro, you were tripping, bro. This is actually a really interesting fragrance worthy of being worn. I'm just, you know, I don't think I'm there in my journey yet. So yeah, I picked up quite a bit of florals. It has this one as the third main accord. Again, it doesn't say citruses anywhere in here. This fragrance does smell like it came out in the 80s, probably like 1985. So it's pretty high in the florals. I picked up the animalics pretty quick. Oh, it's dirt cheap. How much is the I wonder how much the vintage bottle, because you said this was the vintage one. How long have you had this fragrance, man? It's fun to smell stuff that isn't full bottle worthy sometimes. All right, let's look at the notes here. Yep. Gotcha. Civet and castoreum. Yeah, so it smells like a beaver's asshole a little bit. Yep. Yeah, I got it from Anoush a couple years ago. Yeah, Anoush sent me a bunch of stuff very early on as well. That's why I had smelt the declaration, because he had sent me that one. And he sent me a bunch of Fahrenheit as well. So yeah, it's very floral. That's obviously what I picked up on, was the heavy floral notes. When did this come out? I do apologize, y'all. I wish I had a computer that I could just scroll through this super easily. It came out in 1984. So yeah, it came out a year before I was born. And as I stated, it smells like it's a fragrance from the 80s. I was thinking mid 80s because it smells like a fragrance that uses a lot of notes, to be quite fair. I don't pick up the ylang-ylang. I don't pick up the mimosa. There's a freshness from neroli. Definitely I can smell the coriander. Just a slight bit of rose. I do pick up the musks, the castoreum. And it's a bit earthy, so I don't know how much moss is in there. Oh yeah, pretty heavy in the moss. So it has the floral carnation, the animalic, which I picked up on pretty quick. The floralness, yeah. Not much citrus. So yeah, that's a good one for people that like the animalic stuff. I'll circle back to that one towards the end though. Considered getting a mini of that one. Minotaur is real interesting too. Yeah, and again, I'm a lot of this is learning for me. So, all right, so Telagio, which direction you want me to go? The Cartier, I don't need to smell that one right away. I did it for the thumbnail, but I already know what that one smells like. Let's go with let's smell the Givenchy, the Monsieur, because I don't know if I've smelled this one before. And I think this one will kind of wear a little bit more regal and mature, not something set, recently, but at the same time, very wearable, something up my alley. I'm going to spray the Monsieur Givenchy. And again, big shout out to everybody still here. I know I've been going for an hour and 17 minutes, so... Next one is Monsieur Givenchy. Yeah, I'm going to give all these a try, a chance. I'm going to give all these a chance, though. So, no worries there. Let me write on it. That way I remember. And I hope I'm not making people cringe when I'm not saying things properly. I know that's a thing for a lot of people, y'all. All right, we're gonna spray this Givenchy. I might spray this one on me. This was one of the ones, honestly, bro. This was one of the ones that I was most looking forward to trying, because I've heard about it. I don't think I've ever smelt it. If I did, I didn't know. Yep. Right up my alley. So, smells a bit like Barbasol shaving cream. That's what you get. Aromatic. It has that barbershop vibe. Very, very good. I like this one. I like this one a lot. Solid 8.5 right away. Something I would wear. And I like it that you could wear it any day of the year. Although I think in the summer, You know what this one smells like to me, y'all? It smells like Eau Sauvage. Am I tripping? It smells like Eau Sauvage to me. Very lemony. Up at the top, it's like lemony. I get like lemony vibe with the Barbasol shaving cream. Herbs. Not super woody. I wouldn't be surprised if there was moss in this one as well. Am I tripping, y'all? I think this one smells a little bit like Eau Sauvage. Dang. Yeah, I have Eau Sauvage. That's what it reminds me of. And my dent in Eau Sauvage is heavy. Not even playing. Y'all watch. Yeah, I'm not playing about my Eau Sauvage. I got a nice healthy dent in my bottle. This one literally one of my favorite fragrances. Yeah, that's hold on. I can't be tripping, y'all. Bro. The holy shit. I think the Givenchy might be a little bit more interesting. Hold on. I'm gonna do this again, y'all. Y'all bear with me. Shit. Bro, I got fragrances all around me at this point. Hey, it's the homie. What's good, bro? What is good, bro? Much love to my brother. What's good, man? It's so good to see you on YouTube, man. It's so good to see you flourishing. Congratulations on your new job, man. Nothing but continued success, bro. Nothing but continued success. Man, it's a blessing, man. I'm so happy to see you. Yeah, it smells very much like Eau Sauvage to me. Let me look this up. And Tyler, we've been smelling quite a bit, bro. I'm not sure how much you've been able to check out. Again, we've been going for about an hour and a half at this point. Right now, we're smelling I'm gonna say it wrong. Come on now, Monsieur from Givenchy, and I personally think it smells like Eau Sauvage. I have not smelled any of these fragrances prior to the stream, but I would be so incredibly surprised if they said it didn't. Why is it? Oh, it pulled up the Frederick Mall one. My bad. Hold on. Let me take the picture of that damn Hyrax off my screen for a second. It's crazy, bro. The stream's jumping from like 8 to like 14. It's really, people are hopping in and out. So is there anybody else live right now? I don't know. Yeah, Tyler, so far we've smelt the vintage Paloma Picasso. We've smelt the Healy's Mint Fresh, which I absolutely loved. We've smelt the Nicolai New York Intense. And now we're spraying that Monsieur Givenchy. I wonder what the difference between Monsieur 1 versus 2. Bro, I like this one a lot. Share screen. Bro, and I didn't even, normally I drop the link for people. Let me see if I could do that. I'll drop the link just in case anybody wants to hop in for the last, 30 minutes or whatever. And again, no pressure to anybody, but anybody that's here, y'all are welcome to hop in. Let me take this off so I have more screen. All right, I wouldn't be surprised if this came out late 80s, early 90s. Holy shit, 1950. Okay, well, I'm comparing it to Eau Sauvage, so yeah, I guess that does make sense. Let's see. 1959. Francis Frabon. Hold on, what did it say? Hold on. And sorry, y'all, if I haven't said it enough, my laptop starts tripping. It says, not suitable for slob snowflakes. That's crazy. I would, but I'm actually have to head to bed for church. I feel you, brother. I feel you, brother. This is the most recent bottling of it. So what you'll get in stores is the formulation you're smelling. Okay, that's good to know because I really do like it. I like it a lot. The opening was an 8.5 for me right out of the gate. And Joel, no worries, bro. Like y'all all have an open invitation. I've had enough live streams at this point where I don't feel uncomfortable talking effectively to myself because I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to y'all. The first time or two that I did a live stream by myself, it was incredibly awkward. It's almost a handicap to have a bunch of people on the stream with you, but it's obviously better because there's, more people to engage with. I'm getting so triggered by my computer, y'all. Let me see if I make this screen bigger if it fixes anything. All right, so citrus, aromatic, warm, spicy, lavender, mossy. So obviously, if this is the new formulation, it's not going to be too much moss. I'm trying to get down to what this fragrance smells like, but it's not being very agreeable. All right, I'm vindicated. I mean, it's not first on the list, but yeah, it smells like Eau Sauvage to me. All right, bro. Have a good night, man. We'll figure something out in the future, bro. I want to collaborate with you again. Tyler's actually one of the first people that I ever collaborated with on my channel. We did an aquatics video, and he made it a point very early on to include me in the loop, especially with all the tags. When tags were flying. There were so many tags in the community that you couldn't even keep up with them. So, yeah, bro. Much love, as you know, man. You did great, bro. I couldn't figure. Let's see here. You did great, bro. I couldn't figure out how to put a live like this on. Put on a live like this. Yeah, man. It's only my 13th one, so I mean, it's not my first rodeo. What I will say is, every single time I do try to go live, something always happens. It's like, did I forget to, is my ring light on point? Did I forget to charge my overhead light? Bro, and not to mention my fucking, excuse my language, my damn my microphone's been tripping. So I need to get a new microphone. But yeah, we're gonna go off this screen. I like that one, bro. Solid 8.5. I'm not gonna harp on it too long, but I really like that one. That one is a very good fragrance. Very good fragrance indeed. All right. So on to the next one, about an hour and a half in. So Yeah, the ring light I got, man, was like literally, it's so cheap, bro. Here, I'll show you. Like, I'll show you how the sausage is made. It's nothing crazy, bro. It's just a cheap little ring light that I put on top of my laptop. It's nothing fancy, man. All right, I want to smell this Penhaligon's. I want to smell this Penhaligon's next. Lothair. I was like, I really liked the bottle. That's why I added it to the thumbnail and put it right there in the middle. Yep. All right, I need to add different types of music in here. I only added two different like mixes, but I want to add so it doesn't get too repetitive. So I'm just bouncing back between the two. All right, so we're going to smell this Penhaligon's Lothair. Now, the juice color is clear. So my first impression is that this one isn't too dense of a fragrance. And y'all sue me. I've never smelt a Penhaligon's in my life. I don't even think Neiman and that's crazy because I'm near Austin, Texas, and we have literally Dillard's, Macy's, Neiman, Nordstrom's, and I don't see any Penhaligon's unless I'm like totally walking by them and don't notice. And so for those of y'all that don't hear, I have a video coming out Monday. I'll be doing a collaboration with Notes Punch, or he's doing a collaboration with me. We're going to be talking about summer niche fragrances. So I'm officially transitioning the channel to niche. So you're saying Neiman should have it. Okay. Maybe I just missed it. So, yeah, the Neiman out here is pretty nice too. What I will say, Neiman is very good about sending you home with samples, especially if you've developed kind of a rapport with them. They're very good about sending you home with samples. Like, those a couple reps for Amouage that pulled out like the $500-600 oils and let me wear it on my skin. And then I walked not even 2 blocks over to Louis Vuitton, and I asked them for, not right away asking them for something, but I had a contact at Louis Vuitton, and he had said, yeah, that's fine. Come back in a couple weeks, and we should have a backup bottle, and I can give you, a decant. Man, then when I went in there, it was completely different people, and they were looking at me like I was just a piece of shit. They were like, bro, get out of here with your like joggers and t-shirt. Like, you ain't about to buy nothing in here. So they kicked my ass out. Ooh. This one's good, man. This one's good. Very, very unisex. It's probably the most mass appealing one I've smelt so far. Oh shit. This one's green a little bit too. Spicy. There's something like fizzy in it. I don't know. There's something fizzy at the top, and this one definitely smells like it has some sort of vanilla. It's interesting. There's a very strong contrast of notes on this one, y'all. Yeah, it's like it's almost like they're taking two different types of pyramids and putting them together. And I could be absolutely tripping. I think I've done decent so far in kind of explaining the fragrances. But this one, I'm spraying this one on my skin as well, because this one, similar to that Healy Mint Fresh, it smells like, although I do smell vanilla, most of the notes smell like they're coming off of the top. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and take my Apple Watch off. There's definitely a powdery nuance on this one, y'all. I like this one a lot. It's very pleasant. It's very likable. To me, it smells like the most mass appealing out of the bunch so far. Is Penhaligon's like a very challenging house, or is their stuff generally like pretty easy to wear? Because this one feels very easy to wear. I don't know, y'all, if this was something that I would prefer to wear, or if it's something that I would prefer my wife to wear. This fragrance is not overtly like masculine. Of that, I'll say for sure. Whereas the New York Intense one. Oh no, bro. This one's, I think it's fine, bro, because a lot of these fragrances, like, call me, I might be a sissy sprayer, but I don't like go crazy. I don't go crazy with my sprays. I go probably 7, 8 sprays at the most usually. And decants are perfect because then I can just, put it in my pocket and I can respray if I need to while I'm at work, of which I spend a shit ton of my life at. Pretty accessible niche house, you say? Okay. Accessible, but you mean, I guess what I was thinking is in terms of it being challenging, like to wear, because this one feels not challenging at all. Yeah, I don't know, man. It feels like it's already starting to like simmer down. I'm gonna spray one more time. The opening smells like green right away. Like I want to say mint, but I could be wrong. It's like mint, powdery. I smell some sort of like vanilla. It could be any, like, however you want to position it. It could be vanilla, or it could just as easily be like listed as amber. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some labdanum or something in there, just kind of grounding it. I'm missing some notes on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one up as well, but I feel like I could wear this. It feels like it's a spring fragrance. I wouldn't wear it in fall and winter. It doesn't feel heavy enough. All right, y'all. 6 people. So, I mean, a good portion of y'all have been watching for a good portion of this. So, see, that's what I'm saying. It goes from like 6 to 8 to 11. There's no way like people are just leaving and then jumping that quick back in. All right. My nose probably isn't as trash as I thought, y'all, because I just pulled up the fragrance and it says green right there at the top. So I'm pulling it up for y'all right now so y'all can see. So yeah, it's aromatic. I wouldn't have said woody right off the top, but okay. When they say woody, I'm not picking up sandalwood. To me, it'd be more like a dry cedar almost. Almost like the pencil shavings type. They say fresh. Yeah, and I picked up vanilla and powdery. Yeah, so the ones I picked up on the aromatic, fresh, spicy, green, vanilla powder. Yeah, that's what I picked up on, which is interesting because I was like, it's a contrast of 2 different notes. So it did smell fresh and spicy, but also like warm and powdery. 2014. So yeah, it's a recent fragrance. Is there mint in here, bro? No, there's no mint. All right. So dry spice. Yeah, it's dry spice, y'all. So that's what. So, and there's cedar in here. So you get, it's like a dry spiciness. I said fizzy right up at the top. I was thinking ginger, but I was like, ginger doesn't sound like it'd be a note that's on par with kind of the stuff that we've been smelling so far. But there's like this fizziness, but I was confusing that with the dry spices. And then cedar can have like a pencil shaven kind of sharp effect as well. So yeah, cardamom, fig leaf. I did smell green up at the top. Yep. And then the juniper, and I guess a bit powdery. The lavender's aromatic. So fig leaf, fig tree, magnolia, and vanilla. Yeah. This one's good, bro. And a musky dry down. This one's good. Very good. It's blended very nicely. Yeah, the vanilla is pretty forward in this one. So it's green, dry, spicy, aromatic, vanilla, woods with musk. Not heavy in the moss, not heavy in the citrus. I like that. I like when, a lot of fragrances now, they deceive you. They just go all in with a beautiful opening right up at the top full of citrus, and the fragrance dies and it's dead in like 30 minutes. So yeah, that's cool, man. Thank you again for this one. I'll wear this one for sure. I'm actually going to have my wife check this one out too. All right, we're going to have to move right along because I've been going an hour and 41. We're going to have to wrap this up at 2 hours. All right, let's smell this Serge Latin. This juice is rich. If I was a betting man, bro, I would say this was the one that leaked just because of the way the labeling looks. I'm going to spray this Serge Latin Santal. So I'd imagine there's sandalwood in here. And I appreciate all of y'all for tapping in, y'all. I really do appreciate all y'all tapping in. Serge Latin, man. Whew. This one's good. This one's good. Oh yeah, bro. I'm gonna butcher this one. I'm not gonna know how to describe this one. It's balsamic. Hey, what's up, Mr. Dark? Yeah. Okay, so let me be honest, man. I don't want to come across as a douchebag, but I've never smelled any nitros. I don't think I'm not like really going out of my way to try to smell any of the nitros. Nitro, that it kind of seems to me like a brand that was getting pushed to influencers to push out, that by all accounts they're probably like 1 out of 10. They're probably like 5.5. They don't smell good, but they smell like something that, I would probably have my son wear. So I don't want to like presume your age, but I think it's like a high school fragrance probably. Like, I don't even know if I would recommend something like that to a college kid. And by all accounts, you know what I mean? There's not many fragrances that smell bad, but it's just not something that's on my radar, brother. No. So that was just a long-winded way. Exactly. Okay. So, okay. That makes sense then. Yeah. If you're 19, that makes sense. Yeah. What would I recommend you try as a 19-year-old? I think you should check out the new Coach EDP, the all black bottle with the gold like chain on it. I think that would be something up your speed. I think Cool Water Intense for the summer, that might be a good one. Let me just look at my collection real quick and kind of see if I have something that I would recommend to you. Yeah, let me throw a few things your ways that I think that would work for a 19-year-old, because my nephew's, he's pretty close to that same age too. I've got him a few. Obviously, most Mont Blancs will work. Coach Open Road, Coach Green. Coach fragrances are kind of like, you know, what I would recommend a 19-year-old. What else here? Missoni Wave. That would be good for a 19-year-old. What else would be good for a 19-year-old? John Varvatos Artisan Pure. That would be good for a 19-year-old. Lacoste Blanco Fraiche. That'd be good for a 19-year-old. Lacoste L'Homme. That would be good for a 19-year-old. Lacoste Essential. I was wearing, Lacoste Essential. I was wearing that at 19. That was one of my signature scents at 19. That's what I would recommend you check out. If you want something, is Sand Dance Gas. My son tells me to chill out, that I don't need to say words like that. So I don't know, bro. I don't know if Sand Dance is gas. I don't know if I'm getting trolled right now by someone in my house. Yeah, bro. Those would be the ones I would check out. Maybe screen record what I was saying. Those are all good fragrances. That's actually what I would recommend. Yeah, this Serge Laton, I'm just gonna look it up. I'm not gonna butcher it. It's dried down quite a bit. It definitely smelled very resinous on this one. And I only have, admittedly, one Serge Luton. I have Ombre Sultan. So that's the only Serge I have. So I'm definitely lacking as it relates to that house. Hey, there you go. Joel's your man right here. Go to Joel's Instagram because he's always posting stuff. And right now, Middle Easterns is so bad. And that's ironically the only one I have. So I don't want you to feel like you have to like hate just because like I'm kind of sounding like a hater. I'm just, bro, even though I look young, I'm 40 years old. So I don't know if I'm the right person. And like all these fragrances that we're talking about today, I wouldn't recommend any of them unless you're an old soul and you want something that wears a little bit older. Oh, Rose. Okay. All right, bro. Yeah, I'm young, bro. I mean, I look young, almost 40 though. I appreciate it though, man. Dang, Serge didn't give it up on this one. Just sandalwood, rose, and cacao. All right, I'm gonna spray that Serge one more time. Oh yeah, and normally I'm not the biggest fan of rose, but this one's very tolerable. Oh, and the cacao. It's so crazy that you don't like you might not pick things up, but the second that you see the notes, it's a very dry cacao. This is a dry fragrance. It's a dry floral fragrance. Sweet. This one might be one of the sweetest fragrances that we've smelled so far, or that I've smelled. It's good, like, but not love. But it does smell very well blended. I will say that. And so we have 3 people in here. I'm going to need to kind of get this wrapped up, y'all. All right, so I've already smelled the Monsieur. We are going to smell, we've already smelled the Healy, so I'm not going to do that. Declaration, we're going to go ahead and smell Declaration from Cartier, which I've smelt before, y'all. And big shout out to everybody that's tapped in. I really do appreciate it, y'all. I got some cool videos coming out. I recently got a vintage, and I checked the batch code, which the batch codes for Bulgari are confusing as hell. But based upon the labeling of the bottle itself, I got a old bottle of Bulgari. What's it called? Bulgari Pour Homme, the tea fragrance, I believe it is. Very, very good, y'all. Very, very good. Yeah, I agree. It does have a nice spiciness to it. It's one that I'm going to have to wear again. My first initial impression was like, not love. I'm not the biggest fan of heavy rose fragrances, which this one, it wasn't too bad. It's not jammy at all. It gives it some of that sweetness, but yeah, I like that it wasn't overly complex with a bunch of notes. All right, let me spray this Cartier, y'all. Let me spray this Cartier out of respect to all of y'all here. All right, thanks for the heads up, Joel. I'm gonna have to check it out because again, I don't have a ton of experience with Serge Lutens yet, but Ombre Sultan, bro, I absolutely love that one. And I'm not just saying that because I know that's kind of the benchmark for people to go to with the house. I genuinely love it. As I was building up my amber collection, and again, big shout out to Rich Mitch. He had stated on the record that it was Ombre Sultan that opened up his palette and opened up his mind as to what perfumery and fragrance could be in general. So, and that's like very high marks, So that was another fragrance I knew I needed to add on my radar. Which as you can tell, like I trust Rich Mitch's nose quite a bit, and his honesty, which it's kind of hard to come by in this fragrance space, y'all. Yeah, by all accounts, yeah, I'm gonna have to check out that one, Joel. I smelled this declaration before, which it's blasphemy that I don't have this fragrance already. Very good. Very, very good. It doesn't wear heavy. There's just something. I don't know if it's. I could be tripping. I don't know if it's coumarin or cumin or something. I haven't smelled this one in a while. Caraway, that's what I'm smelling. Hold on. Let me spray this again. That's honestly smells different than I remember. We're going to spray that one again, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, the orange is bitter. Yeah, it's the caraway that I'm smelling. Like the spiciness. Quite a bit of dry spice in here. It kind of punches you in the nose. Smells different than I remember. Y'all don't judge me, bro. Maybe it was a different declaration that I'm not in love with this one. Bro, it's the first time I've seen you in here, man. Like if you let's go this route. I don't go live all the time, but sub to the channel. I'm almost at 2K subs. If I see you in the comments, tapping in, and I see you in the live streams tapping in, and I can, I'm not just gonna make anybody a mod, fam. You know what I mean? I gotta make sure that you gotta pass the sniff test. And unfortunately, babe, turn around. I just want to make sure it's not you on the phone typing in my chat. Never mind. Never mind. There's somebody in here. My family likes to troll me. I'm just making sure. I've been subbed from Juan's channel. Fat Boy Fragrance. Oh, hell yeah, bro. Yeah, well, it's the first time I've seen you in here, man. So that's fair. That's fair. I mean, it's the first time I've seen you in here, man. I can't, you know what I mean? You got to pass the sniff test. I've honestly never seen you in here. So I'm not ready. Like, it's not you, it's me. I'm not ready to make you a mod yet, man. I've been in the community for, a little while, and there's familiar faces that I see all the time, and that might just be on me, man, but I can't just make you a mod off the rip. I'll think about it, though. I'll think about it. Yeah, bro, it had to have been a flanker, man. I'm not in love with this one. Hey, what's good, AM? What's good, AM? So far, man, again, I don't live stream all the time, man. So far, the turnout's been all right. I'm pretty happy with the turnout. Yeah. So I'm not, bro, I feel bad. I feel bad because I feel like people probably love this fragrance. You hear about declarations so much from Cartier, but I don't like this one. There's something on it that smells like dirty, like not like animalic, but like if I smelt that walking by, I would think like they were unhygienic almost. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. That's why I thought my wife was walking by. I thought she was like typing on the phone, acting, because I say words like gas and mid with my son because I know I'm not supposed to talk like that, and he clowns on me. So I don't know. But the fact that you said you're from Juan's channel, now I know you're not a troll. So you've passed that test. Shout out to Anuj. All right, so we got 2 more fragrances, y'all. And again, appreciate y'all tapping in. So we're going to go with Queer Cuba Intense. I think the last 2 fragrances. Okay, so we've already smelled something from Nikolai and as well as from Healy. I'm going to smell this Cuba Intense one. And then as I wrap up, I'll just go back and kind of let y'all know how those other ones dried down. The mint one softened up on my skin quite a bit. Oh, that's right, fam. Now I remember. Okay, that's my bad, bro. Maybe I'm getting dementia in my I remember now. Okay, shout out to Grim. He goes live a lot. I'm like, damn, bro. He like lives on lives. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. You're only gonna see me go on live stream at most once a week, if that. I want to make it count. So when people see me, they're like, "Oh, okay, I haven't seen Mike pop up in a minute. Let me tap in. Let me see what's good with him." All right, so I'm gonna spray this Cuba Intense. I'll let y'all know what I smell. And if y'all, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody here's already subbed to the channel, but like, I can't like live at 1.93 subs for infinity. At some point, I gotta hit 2K, right? Oh, that one just flew out the atomizer. Oh, this one's interesting. Whoa. This one's interesting. It's a little soapy. Clean. Fruity, but I don't know what fruit it is. It almost smells a little bit aquatic even. It's like sweet, salty, semi-aquatic, fresh. I'm just like saying words. Like one of them has to stick to the wall, right? Yeah, this one's a good one. It's a subtle sweetness. It smells very likable. Yeah, this one's good. Queer Cuba. So is this the intense version? Oh yeah, this is the intense version. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Soft, spicy, sweet. Yeah, the sweetness I picked up on. It's a softer fragrance. And you do pick up a little bit of that anise. Not a ton of tobacco. Licorice. Okay, yeah, it's sweet. There's definitely some sweetness. I don't pick up much of the mint. And there's something dry. I wouldn't be surprised if the hay is one of the main notes. There's like a dryness to it. Yeah, there's a dryness to it. So the licorice, that's what it is. I don't know. It smells perfectly unisex, to be fair. I don't know if I'm in love with it. I think it's unisex leaning just maybe slightly feminine, but I could be wrong. Like I could see where people would say that this was, people say it's definitely more male. This one's a like, not a love. I could see where somebody would like this one a lot, like a 7.5. Yeah, AM, it's not bad, bro. And we've smelt quite a bit already. We're nearing the end of the stream at this point. Bro, I don't think it smells like Amara. That's a bit of a stretch. But I initially did say it smelled aquatic, so maybe I'm not like tripping. I said it smelled fruity, fresh, and aquatic. And sweet. Yeah, it's all right. It's not the best thing I've ever smelt in the world. Like, yeah, it's an easy wear. You're right. That's exactly how I feel. It's an easy wear, but nothing that particularly like wows me necessarily either. Well, my shit's haunted at this point. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and smell this last one. I'm getting hungry, so we're gonna have to wrap this up. Next time I go live, bro, I want to have some people like stop screen. All right, so maybe it'll stop. Yeah, so now it won't be laggy. This last one's a Healy as well. Eau sacré, eau sacré. Yeah, I think I need to start wrapping this up because I do feel like I'm getting a little bit nose blind at this point. Bacchial leather. I'll write that one down. I wrote that down, Jonathan. All right, we're spraying the Eau Sacré. Oh no, this one's interesting. This one's interesting, y'all. This one's interesting. So I would say I've been about 75% right in terms of my nose, but I am getting a bit nose blind. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull it up. There's something this one's interesting, y'all. This one's interesting. I will say that. I like the House of Healy. I officially like Healy, y'all. This one's interesting. It's dark, but it's like, I hate to use the word fresh. It's like dark and light at the same time. Definitely more dark though. And it's starting to get more dark. It's starting to smell smoky. It opened up fresh and now it's starting to get darker. Dry spice. Not booze, but something in that realm. It's not boozy, but it smells like something in that realm. Cinnamon. It's cinnamon or papyrus or something dry. All right, I'm going to look this one up. There's definitely a dry spice in it and a sweetness, but the sweetness is not overdone like citrus or fruits. Doesn't smell floral, so it's got it. Yeah. I don't know if it's like leather or something, but there's definitely something in there that's darker. Let's see what's in this one, y'all. I like this one, especially when it opened up. Yeah, the opening's interesting because it opens up bright, but then it gets dark really quick. Labdanum. This one's good, y'all. Smells of high quality too. Yeah, I like this one, bro. This is actually one of my favorites out the bunch. If I wasn't so nose blind, you might get like more excitement out of me on this one. This one is really good. Dry spice. That's what I picked up on, like the olibanum. And I said leather, but labdanum can kind of give that effect sometimes. Dry spice, yeah. It's like vetiver's like dry, earthy, spicy. Myrrh, olibanum smells a little smoky. The rose is not overdone and kind of has a leather musky vibe. This is a damn good fragrance, y'all. I like this one. This is a solid 8. This is a solid 8, and it's gonna go on my skin because I'm curious to see how it dries down. Just gotta remember where I put it. I like this one a lot. Thank you so much. This one's going on my skin. This is my speed for sure. All right, bro. So we're gonna shut this down pretty quickly. I'm just gonna do a quick walkthrough. Let's stretch it out real quick because I've been sitting my ass down. All right, I got all the fragrances here. And again, big shout out to D Zimmerman who sent me all of these fragrances. I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. We're gonna run through these decants or through these scent strips real quick. Bro, you sent me a shit ton of stuff, bro. Shout out to the 4 people still watching. Dang, y'all are about as crazy as me. All right. Well, no particular order. I'll just go with the mint fresh one. Run through them. Not like I used to, bro. Not like, oh, run through them. I'm married now. Run through them. All right. Let me close this screen. Oh my God. Big fan. I'm one of 4. Stop screen. You don't know my life, Reaper. You don't know my life. You don't know my life. You don't know my life, Reaper. You don't know my life. All right, so the mint fresh, that one's a winner. The mint is so strong on the scent strip still, but it's kind of died a little bit on the hand. But it's a fragrance that it smells very mint forward. It's mint and it's fresh, just like the name implies. It's a fragrance that you could respray. And I think the price point was like $90 to $100. At that price point, perfect, y'all. Perfect. All right. The New York Intense kind of had that Bois de Portugal vibe. And still does. If anything, it smells more like Bois de Portugal now. Very, very good. Smells like Bois de Portugal. Great fragrance. Everyday driver for a put together, man, established professional fragrance. I'm going to wear that one to work next week. The Paloma Picasso one. If we drop it to one person, hey, bro, well, I've been going for almost 2 hours, 10 minutes, bro. You can't expect like everybody be sticking around that long. Hell, I'm fatigued after 2 hours. I think we got up to 15 people, so that's a couple more than usually pop in yours. So I mean, it can't be a total dub, right? Yeah, the Paloma Picasso came out in the mid 80s, so not my favorite, but it was decent. It's kind of it smells like a woman's perfume. The Penhaligon's Lothair, that one's like it's like a vanilla fragrance. If I was just to pin it down, it's a vanilla fragrance. Very welcoming, easy to wear. You're going to want to wear that one on skin, though. I would give it a 6.5. Very good, though. Declaration, bro. I can see like a group of people that absolutely swear by Declaration, but this shit smells kind of rank to me. I might have my wife smell this. I bet anything she says, it smells like shit. So I'm gonna. Yeah, but it's Cartier. I mean, even when I'm not a fan of it, it still has like this air of class to it. So yeah, this one's gonna set to the side. I'll have my wife smell that one. The Monsieur smells like I thought it smelled like Eau Sauvage, which I think it does. I like Eau Sauvage more though, but the Givenchy was right up my alley. Kind of had that Barbasol shaving cream right in the beginning. So again, that was Monsieur Givenchy. All of these fragrances though, it's gonna appeal to someone like in their 30s. This is not for somebody that wants to wear just the mass appealing stuff. YSL, myself, and Sauvage, Dolce & Gabbana K. All right, and then the Serge Luton. Very nice dry down actually. And that's what I liked about the Serge Luton. They smell the composition. It stays together. It doesn't fall apart. It never, at least with my Ombre Sultan, it never feels like the notes are fighting with each other too much. Yeah, this one's good. It's drying down very nicely. I'm gonna have to give that Santal. What's the name of it? Santal Majescule. A good wearing. And then the Cuba Intense. Yeah, it's all right. Like Jonathan said, it's all right. But, I guarantee we don't just get to one because I'm about to wrap this shit up. Yeah, it's all right, man. It's a little fruity. Kind of smells. I don't know. It's perfectly forgettable in my opinion, but it's not bad. Healy is the house that I left with the biggest impression of. That Eau Secret. That one's good, y'all. That one's good. So so out of everything, as we wrap this up, the main ones that I would personally recommend for my taste are going to be the New York Intense, the Nicolai New York Intense, Again, smells like Boa de Portugal. I'm going to recommend the Mint Fresh from Healy. Yeah. Now that you're here, Reaper, the number's just going to continue to grow. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to recommend the Mint Fresh from Healy. And then last but not least, again, I'm just recommending 3 here, y'all. 3 is the number of completion. Comes to no surprise, I'm going to be recommending another Healy. In this case, it's going to be that Eau Secret, I believe it was. Yeah, the Eau Secret. So definitely, out of checking out almost 10 or something fragrances, I'm left with the impression that I'm going to want to explore the house of Healy more. I'm going to try to maybe get a discovery set, and I would recommend y'all try it out too. It smells good. It smells interesting. It smells like it's not cheap. And from what I looked at, the prices were reasonable. So, or y'all can just get a Mind Games fragrance and spend $1,000 and smell like, every other, mango, pineapple version of Aventus that's out there. I mean, it's y'all's life, not mine. Y'all do what y'all want. But on that note, listen, I appreciate every single one of y'all. I'm going to go eat. I don't have a fancy grill like, Whiskey Reaper. I just got a Weber, Spirit, don't judge me, but I made some fajita tacos that I've been wanting to get down and eat for a while now. Again, I have, thank you again, brother, for sending me all that stuff. I hope this is not the end of our correspondence, man. I hope we can continue to chop it up. Maybe we can figure something out in the future, man. And again, you're always welcome on this channel. Jonathan, man, I appreciate you spending so much time, man. I know a lot of my content ain't for you. Maybe this live stream a little bit more geared towards your taste. I'm happy I was able to get my nose on a bunch of stuff that I haven't had in a while. And again, feel free to check out that Dune review. Whiskey, it's always a pleasure, man. Appreciate you tapping in, man. Sometimes when I'm scrolling through my YouTube shorts, I see your phone faced at the barbecue grill. Maybe talk about fragrances sometimes, man. I wouldn't be opposed to checking that out. And I agree, AM. They're overrated and overpriced. What's gonna happen? That's gonna be a house in 4 years. You're gonna see on the discounters at the same price as Parfums de Marly. You'll be able to get a Mind Games fragrance 4 years from now for $125. So y'all don't spend $400 on that, y'all. They don't smell bad, but they don't smell like you gotta take a second mortgage out to get them. But yeah, man, I appreciate every single one of y'all. I'm gonna go have some food, and I have a new video coming out Monday. So on that note, I'll leave y'all with a bit of outro music. All right, later, y'all.
We go back to where we can we go back to where we started out. Can we go back to where we can we go back to where we started out. Back back to where we can we go back to where we started out, started out, started out, started out. Go back to where we can we go back to where we started out, started out, started out, started out. Back to where we can we go back to where we started out, started out, started out, started out. Can we go back to where we can we go back to where we started out, started out, started